Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kara here with another Exos Heroes video. And in today's video, we're talking about the patch notes that just dropped. And I'm just reading these for essentially the first time. I skimmed them briefly before this, so looks like there's a lot of good stuff going on here. Also, we had another video a little earlier, a few days ago, talking about the developers notes. So we kind of had an idea of what was going to be happening on this patch, but now it's official. Let's get into it. First thing, so maintenance time looks like it's December 16th, Wednesday, 1800 to December 17th to 3 UTC, total of 9 hours. So probably more like a total of 14 hours based on how they normally do it. And I think I'm like exaggerating a little bit, but whatever. And then there's the effects of maintenance, can't play the game. Then we got first big thing is going to be this new Path of Trials update. All stories in Brun have been completed in the end of chapter 14. The bosses you have met in Brun chapter 11, 12, 13, and 14 have come back in the 11 episodes of Path of Trials. Complete chapter 6 of Path of Trials, collect various completion rewards and start collection rewards. So difficulty adjustment, I always like these, especially for the special missions. I've been running through those again now as my combat power has been getting better, and the amount of rewards you get is crazy. So the more people that can do this, the better, and we're going to get a whole bunch of loot. So that's awesome. So as the new Path of Trials are being added, the special mission the special missions in the story of Path of Trials will be adjusted to make the game a little bit easier than before. All no break conditions are being deleted, and the number of break conditions are also being reduced in the story. That's amazing. That after doing trials, like that feels like impossible. And even if it is possible, it's the most unfun thing imaginable. And so then number of break conditions in the special missions in Path of Trials have also been reduced, and some of the conditions that were too hard to meet are being lowered in difficult manner. So I really like that. It makes it to where we're going to get a whole bunch more zest. Hopefully it's actually a good fix to this, and it's actually makes it like reasonable. And so running back through and then picking up all that zest would be awesome. So then we got the new fake ore here in Gene, and this feels like the most phoned in fake core I've ever seen. Like, look at this guy's kit. It's so basic. It's like, so we got a main hero. He looks badass though. Like, this is the most edgy looking character. But so Gene ends up becoming this. This is the same theme that they've been going on, where like all dimension leap. So they're older now. Okay, look at this kit. This kit is probably the least amount of words I've ever seen so far, especially out of fake core. All right, we got focus fire. It's just the focus fire effect, and then the dimensionally passive, which is inflicts dodge for self for 40 and attack by 1,000 when attacked by all dimensionally mark on self are removed after a successful dodge. So the typical thing that Shell and all the people get. And then here's his A1, which is deals 210% piercing damage to an enemy, requires 1 mana. I actually like that. I think he probably would hit hard, especially on turn 1. And then his A2 is deals 127% damage to all enemies, inflicts target with burn, dealing 55% damage every turn for 3 turns, which is just a pretty typical move. Here, it's solid. It definitely helps out with challenges. If you end up pulling him kind of early in your account, I think he would go a really long way for fire days. I want to see how hard this 210% piercing damage does, especially on a 1 mana move like that. I think he's so meh. Even if he was good, there's no way he's good. He has no good passives. He's just basic. I think this is a hard pass. You know, unless they're gonna stick him with like a really good. Watch the gold fit core at the end of this be amazing, and then people are gonna actually want to pull for this to make sure that their core memory is fine. This is a bummer. He has a pretty cool exclusive weapon that I don't feel like does enough. I just have an issue with exclusive weapons in general. I think they're cool, but they need to do more. But it's like kind of careful what you wish for, because I don't want them to do more. I don't want any incentive to pull on these. Pulling on a character is enough as it is. Okay, then Quantum Raid. Kind of want to just skim through this. I'm just glad that they are making adjustments. I think this is something, if you really want to get into it, read through this part. But looking through it, they handled a lot of the complaints people had with it, and I think they're actually making it better content. Even I kind of liked it when I did it. At first, I was like, what is this? But they're really putting a lot of effort into these quantum raids, and I don't understand why. Can we get content that actually allows us to use the characters we farm? Why are they doing this? Is this going to be something that we see more of? Because we're at the moment, Quantum Raid and Core Raid are literally just auto fests, and that is awful gameplay. I don't want that. I like the stuff that they're doing with I like Dragon. Do more stuff like Dragon. Do more stuff like the campaign when it's not terrifyingly hard. When it's like the difficulty it is now that we can upgrade our characters, that's fun content. That's good stuff. This is weird. Even though it's still fine, it's just like a mini game. Why are they putting so much effort into a mini game? But they balance the heroes, they're giving uniques. Because there's an issue with this, is like the passives were too impactful, and you get like Garf, and it was, what's the point of getting Garf? Like there's no point in getting unique characters versus like other ones. Or you get Rachel, but I could have just I had Xeon the whole time. Like there's no point. But if you add something extra to like Rachel, for example, then it would, okay, that's cool. Like I actually invested the extra stuff into Rachel. He's a general. I should get more. And then they also had a repetitive battle, just like quality of life stuff too. So, the rewards are good. That's why people do them. I mean, you get a fake core at the end, and then if you pay for the pass, probably another fake core there. So, I don't like paying for the passes here though. If I'm ever going to pay for a pass, it's going to be the normal Exos pass. Okay, Signature Force. So this is what I talked about in the previous videos, that I was worried about this. And this is exactly why I was worried about this, is because they're going to reduce the amount. So now, still, the amount of generals it takes to get to the third tier of Signature Force is crazy. It takes so many for the normal person. I mean, the people are getting there. I think people are starting to finally dip their toe, if you will, into Signature Force. But this is like, you would need to have the character, then transcend the character, then get the character, get the character, get the character. So you need 5 generals to get to this point. It used to be you need 6. And what they ended up doing here is they made it so impactful when you do get to that 6th general, or the 5th general now. It would have been the 6th general before. But look at this. So the number effects of the Signature Force enhancement. Oh, so let me read it. Okay, so they added Vagabond to it, so now you can get Signature Force on the new character, on Schmidt. But then what they did here, let's talk about the changes. So change the number of heroes consumed. Before it was 2, after now it's 1. Then change in enhancement effect. Before it was just 400 defense, 1600 health. Compared now with the unleashed potential and all this stuff, that's like nothing. Now it's 150 attack, 500 defense, 2000 health, but then 16 speed. I don't like, that's so dumb. But this is the big issue with the game. There's no diversity in the characters. It takes, like, in other games, in Raid, I know that game's notorious, but I can make Agnar however I want to make him. I can make him fast. I can make him slow. I can make him tanky. I can make him actually do damage, because they actually give me those choices in my gear. In this game, if I wanted a character, what would be a character like him? Is it Mahar? Like FC Mahar that can do AoE provoke? He's always going to be, or she's always going to be slower than anyone else. I will never be able to make Mahar, even if I put every single thing possible, and they put every single thing to make Rare as slow as possible and Mahar as fast as possible. It's literally not going to happen. Now they're adding speed as a, this is, I don't like this, because they're making speed a paywall. I absolutely hate this. So now someone that has their 5th Signature Force, we have the same characters. They have 5 Signature Force. I have 4 Signature Force. I'm probably going to get bodied, like straight up bodied. I hate this. They need, because they've been making them easier to get. But when I say easier, I mean way cheaper. But still, generals are still pay to win. Like, oh, it's 3,000 gems is in a Exos pass is still way better than what it used to be, but it's still like something where you have to pay money for. There's no like good, I mean, yes, they're adding the, where you can, the daily login thing, and that's good. I want to give them credit for that, but now they made it, all they did was just make that a thing. Then they add this in here to where it's now required to, if you're going to ever want to compete against someone that has that, I think that's a big deal. Maybe, am I overreacting? Let me know if I'm overreacting. I don't think I'm overreacting. Okay. Moving on though. I don't want to keep complaining about it. Okay, so skill effect. So partial changes in reset effect. So it looks like what they did is, before is when one hero would get more than one reset effect in one turn, the reset effect is activated for the number of times received. But then after now, it's just when one hero gets more than one reset effect in one turn. The reset effect is activated only once. So I like that change. I think that's pretty good. Then lastly, this knot of creation. I want to see the specifics on how it actually is implemented. And usually, even when I read this stuff, I don't truly get it until I see it in game. Partly because of their mistranslation, but because I just need to see it. I don't know. That's just kind of how I am when it comes to this kind of stuff. But this is just a method for being able to reopen old strings. And when I wonder if it saves your progress from your previous string. So it looks like after joining the Air Squadron, you can gain knot points by acquiring heroes that are equipped with Fake Core through all recruitment except for String of Creation Re. The acquired knot of creation points can be found in the Air Squadron menu and can be accumulated as well as shared amongst your Air Squadron members. That's cool. I like that you can share it. Once you reach 200 points, Dimensional Knot item will be provided to all Air Squadron members. Dimensional Knot is a new material item that can reopen the String of Creation Re and can be used at Recruit String of Creation Re. Knot points reset first. Okay, so knot points reset first of every month and can be obtained, and one can be obtained maximum. It's the string creation rees. It's not the actual strings you get when you first have your account. Okay, so that answers my question. I think it's cool that they're implementing this. It can only be good things. I really have no opinion on this, other than that it's a bonus that there's more stuff to do. Still really salty about the Signature Force again. It's now back to Whale Force. It's back to Whale Force. It used to be Whale Force. Then it was kind of going back to Signature Force a little bit because they've been making strides to make it easier to obtain. Now it's right back to Whale Force for me. All right. Well, that's my first look at the patch notes. Let me know down what you guys think in the comments below. And if you want more Exos Heroes content, be sure to subscribe and join the Discord. We got a really good community, so feel free to join that. And with that, I'm out. You guys have a good one. Peace.